to Feed Dump. This week, we are all walking simulators. I am gone home, or at least I will be once we're done recording. Joining me this week is Super Mario Brothers.
I mean, it's more of an endless runner, but I'm not picky.
And Virtual Insanity.
It's called Jamiroquai Game.
Following a spate of 7 robberies since the beginning of the summer, a scrapyard owner in eastern Spain has replaced all of his guard dogs with bulls.
But you mean like those things that you roll on lawns?
I really thought you were going to go for more alliteration there with, like, snakes. Spanish scrapyard snakes.
The pain in Spain comes mainly from the snakes. Got it in one.
Emilio Savarro bought 2 fighting bulls to replace his guard dogs after thieves kept snipping the wires of his fence and making off with such objects as rearview mirrors, lights, or spare wheels.
Bulls! Like what stooped cows!
So they stole a rearview mirror, a light, and a wheel. To MacGyver what?
Some sort of Iron Giant project?
If a fighting bull is still alive, is it really good or really bad at what it does? What do their, like, retirement plans look like?
Normally you buy 2 of something to get them to breed. I hope he wasn't counting on that. But if he was, I hope he sets up a webcam.
He's gonna be real disappointed when he discovers the thieves are matadors and they're building a giant mecha matador.
And with a rearview mirror, they'll have no blind spots.
A Tucson man who was locked out of his home had to be pulled out of his own chimney after he was trying to get back inside. Neighbors heard screams, but the man had to endure 4 hours before he was pulled to safety.
I admire his original thinking and childlike wonder, but you have to imagine there's got to be a better solution for this. Like, he could have kept keys with the neighbors. He could have just kept a key somewhere on his property.
Well, given his original thinking, he probably keeps the spare key in the chimney to deter thieves.
Okay, in all this wild speculation, we are losing track of the true question here. Face up or ass up?
Funny you should ask that, Beach. The 26-year-old almost made it into his home. His feet were touching the ground before he was pulled up by a rope, but the chimney narrowed as it got closer to the fireplace, making movement impossible.
It's like that hole was made for him.
Okay, now I have a beef with his architect, because if a relatively healthy 26-year-old person can't make it out of his own chimney, how the fuck is Santa supposed to?
And if all the doors and windows lock, how's the tooth fairy supposed to get in?
And if you don't have a trench in your backyard, how is Laura Secord supposed to bury all of her chocolates? Arizona's the worst. So beige.
And finally, as is traditional on an Ian-hosted Feed Dump, it's time for bear news. This week, a man in Jiangxi, China, was defeated by a panda as he was trying to impress his female friends while visiting a zoo.
This man has not seen Kung Fu Panda. 1, 2, or 3.
How can you possibly get defeated by a panda? What do you challenge a panda to that they're interested in doing at all?
And why would you impress women by beating up charismatic macrofauna?
I don't know, Corey. I never really learned how to flirt, did I?
You think I know how to flirt? I don't think anyone in this room knows how to flirt. I don't think anyone in this building knows how to flirt. Cam, do you know how to flirt?
Well, not on purpose.
Thank you.
What were we even talking about again?
Well, I was going to tell you guys about how this guy wandered into the panda enclosure, poked the bear while it was sleeping until it woke up, and grabbed him, pinned him to the ground. And...
Oh, cool, like in The Revenant?
Leo's got his Oscar now, might as well give one to everyone else.
Well, on that note, there may be better sources for news out there, but they also don't have Oscars, and they don't have this hat, which is from the USS Wyoming, which I believe is a boat. I'm going to say an aircraft carrier. It's got our name on the back there, so I can be all hip like the kids. Yo, what up? I'm with Loading Ready Run. We're going to sit here and we'll have some fun on a feed dump. Yeah. Youth.
And if there's no well.
Yeah, and if there's
Wait,
no
I
well,
hope there's no...
how is Susan B. Anthony supposed to hide all of her Sacagawea dollars?